I'm James. Some people call me Tank. I'm the one that's posted the Indiegogo. I posted on Reddit. I started our Facebook page. Um, there's a lot of people that have said that it's a scam or that I'm faking it, or that maybe the allegations are true. No one would make such kind of allegations unless they were true. Um, it's ridiculous. Um, the videos that I'm gonna post following this one are gonna be unedited and uncut, and aside from just starting the videos with my sons, I'm not even gonna be in it. I'm gonna let the people who actually know me speak for me. Let them speak for my family, because what's happened to us could have happened to anybody, and it ain't right. We've never been convicted of a crime, and yet we're being punished as criminals. So I'm gonna go back in the house, and I'm gonna let my best friend, he didn't know that I was about to ask him to come over here and impromptu speak on a video. But I'm gonna go inside and I'm gonna let him talk about me and what's happened to my family. I'm sorry to put you on the spot, Mike.
Yeah, it's all right.
So this is my best friend Mike, who's known me about 12 and a half years.
Hey, my name is Michael Stroop. I'm Sir Daddy Guru on the Cube server. I've known Dwight for about 12, almost 13 years. Whenever I met him whenever we were living in Columbus, Ohio. It was a small apartment complex, pretty poor neighborhood, and he was giving away TVs. He was involved into the church, and we started talking. I've always been the one who, enjoys debating and the such, especially whenever it comes to religion. And Dwight was just, really the first person that I had met that, didn't do a whole lot of preaching, but he did do a whole lot of doing. So, while we were there, I saw him, giving away these TVs, and I'm like, Dwight, why are you, giving away these TVs? It's like you could just sell these. He was like, well, I'm sowing seed. I want a big screen TV. After a while, I realized that the number of TVs he was giving away, if he would just have sold them, he'd already have the size TV the TV that he had wanted, plus some. And so I asked him, why don't you just start doing that? And he was like, well, then who would I be helping? And that's really the first thing that I remember, about Dwight. And it's really indicative of, why, I choose to hang around him, the type of man he is and the such. The same apartment complex. He didn't have much, but he went to Panera Bread right down the street and asked them for a donation. Now, that this is way before the charity. I mean, at this time, he wasn't even thinking about starting a charity. He just helped people, and so he went to Panera Bread, and they would give him donations, huge bags of bread, and he would take them to the apartment complex and tell everyone, hey, to come and eat. And he fed everyone. There was so much bread for so long that people stopped coming because they were just tired of eating Panera Bread, just because they had so much of it. I mean, thank God, for Panera Bread for donating that. But then as Jamie got cancer, that was tough on him. I don't know, this man, I've been living here for about the past 6 months. And I'll tell you, at first, when Dwight had told me that he was in a polyamorous relationship, polyfidelitous relationship, to be specific, I couldn't believe it. I mean, this guy got on, he never convicted me of smoking. He was just like, you shouldn't do that, it's going to kill you. Same way with drinking. You know, he wasn't a man that would cuss or he himself drink or smoke or, you know, any of these things that people would, you know, that the mainstream Christianity would uh, deem immoral. You know, he didn't do any of that, and on top of not sinning as much, I guess. You know, he was actually out doing things, and so whenever he told me, you know, I knew he was with Betsy. But whenever he told me that him and, you know, that they had met Audrey, and you know, Audrey came to visit Dwight Dwight and Audrey came to visit me in Columbus. You know, and they told me, I was pretty much floored. I was like, wow, you are just not the person I would have expected to be in this sort of relationship, you know. And I even tried to talk him out of it. You know, I was like, Dwight, you know, this isn't right. You know, it's you know, one man, one woman. You know, it's like you can't have two. There's just well, you can, but you can't preach and have two. You just got to have one or the other. You know, it's just not going to work. I mean, I myself was like, you know, what are you teaching? You know, Jamie and Judah that. And, you know, I moved here, and you know, within a week, I forgot. Within a week, I think I forgot that they were not a traditional relationship. I mean, they argued. You know, they had good times and bad times. I mean, it was just like it was just so normal. You know, it's like any other normal relationship I had ever seen, and the benefits to the boys was amazing. I mean, you know, they've got 4 sets of eyes on them at all times, and you know, they really don't get away with much. I don't know. It's just really hard for me to see them go through this type of thing, you know. Then we got the call today about how the police are about to come up and pick the boys up, and you know, we did the whole taping thing of, you know, Dwight telling the boys that, you know, the police are going to be here and that their mother is going to get custody. It's not right at all. There is no abuse going on here at all. And that's what they're saying. I do believe it's Betsy's parents. I mean, I haven't been inside the courtroom for the entire court case, but from what I understand, they're saying that Dwight is the leader of some cult. Well, you know, I don't know. I guess I'm done. I just don't know what to say. I'm gonna miss the boys. They came and they took Jane. The other 3 girls were already gone or left shortly after I got here, and you know, then they came and they took Jane, and now the boys, and you know, I don't know. I'd heard that Betsy's parents is paying for their lawyer, so Betsy's parents weren't satisfied with taking their grandkids away from their parents. They then went and paid for the lawyers for Dwight's ex-wife to take the boys. It's like, but yeah, I really kind of wish this would be edited, because I know this video is going to be boring as heck to watch. I mean, I could just imagine, you know, but yeah, it's just not right. There's nothing going on here that's anything not normal, so to say. I mean, I do understand one dude having 3 females, and you know, 1 female having a dude and 2 females, which seems to be the case. Go back there, Judah, please. Okay, go that way. Thank you. I do understand that's not normal. You know, by not normal, I don't mean bad. I mean, just because it's not normal doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means it's not commonplace. But that, because it's not commonplace, does not mean that it's bad. And as I said, I was a naysayer when I first heard it. You know, I was a naysayer, and now that I've been here and I've stayed with them, I see that it is just like anyone else's family. I mean, so. All right, well, I guess I'm done. I don't know what else to say. All right.